Hey guys, Darth Slagle here. Going to do a video today about Leia. But first, I want to let all you guys know that I appreciate everybody that's subscribed, commented, and liked the videos. If you're new to this channel, I am a unmonetized channel. I just do this strictly for the love of Star Wars. So if you'd like to talk about Star Wars and different perspectives of it, be sure to subscribe and check out my future videos. So, I go off the fly. I don't really make notes or anything like that. I'm pretty unscripted. But, Leia, we're going to talk about that as far as her character and her future in Star Wars, and why this is just my opinion, but why I believe that character is going to come to an end, and why I believe that it should. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to hate that a lot of the people that are on board with weepers and whiners, geeks and gamers, they want to talk about him killing off all the legacy characters and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Well, I'm a fan of the legacy characters too. That's the era that I grew up in. But I'm not so stupid as to think that those characters are going to live forever. They're characters that are based off of real people that are going to die. And unless you want to see CGI'd characters like we got Grand Moff Tarkin, that's kind of just what has to happen. And even with Tarkin, if you remember in Rogue One, there was very, very limited footage of him in that movie. So I believe as far as Leia goes, it was being set up. Now, I also don't like The Last Jedi, but it was already being set up in that film for her to be leaving the franchise or leaving the story, so to speak. She basically came straight to Poe, when he was going to be the big hero, and they took down the dreadnought and he ignored her orders. After it was all done and everyone was basically dead, and he was like, there were heroes on that mission. And she said, yeah, dead heroes, no leaders. And, I need you to learn that. That right there is letting you know that she is grooming him to be her successor. All right. And she is doing that for a reason. I believe in the storyline somewhat, she knows that something is coming, that something is going to happen. Maybe she just knows that she's getting older. Regardless of whatever it is, there's no doubt that she was grooming Poe to be her replacement. And then, you've also got the absolute worst scene in Star Wars history, possibly in cinematic history ever, other than Troll 2, is the space Leia, Leia Poppins, whatever you want to call it. I've heard it called a lot of things. That there was an illness coming, from that. There's things that are alluded to as far as that goes. Now, whether that'll come to pass or not, I don't know. But I do believe that it was being set up for that scenario. That originally I was thinking that Leia was going to wind up being a martyr in episode 9. But, unfortunately, Carrie Fisher passed away, and we didn't get to see what they were going to do, what was going to happen. But either way, I do believe that Leia is going to pass on. Now, there's a lot of people that, get bent out of shape about that, but I have to say this. I've also heard, and I'm not getting into specifics about who I heard what from or anything like that, but I have heard rumors. And I have to state that these are rumors, that there were members of Carrie Fisher's family that actually wanted her to continue on and be in episode 9 And also that they wanted her character to get a proper send-off, not a continuance, because the character cannot continue unless you're just going to do that in comics or books. And then if you do that and you do any movies that are affiliated with future things in Star Wars, even if it doesn't have to do with the Skywalkers, at some point, if you have any of these legacy characters in a future story, meaning from episode 9 forward, there's no way that those characters aren't going to come back into play at some point. I mean, unless you just write a completely different galaxy, a different universe, which they may do something like that. Maybe that's going to be Rian Johnson's trilogy, if that ever happens. I don't believe that that's ever going to happen. But I think it would be an emotional thing to have Leia sent off in the movie. Got a cat on the loose in here. I think that it would be an emotional send-off. It's already emotional enough that Carrie Fisher is going to be in the movie, and we know that she's passed on, and we're going to have to see that way and deal with that way. But I think it would be a positive thing for the movie to have that proper send-off for her. It's the last Skywalker movie, and it would have her, like I said, properly sent off, and a hero's burial, so to speak, It's just, I think it's what should happen. It'll add an emotional element to the movie, and if it is what Carrie's family wanted, then all the people out there that are blabbing about it, that it doesn't need to happen, that Disney is just trying to kill off Star Wars and all the legacy characters, get over it. That's not what is taking place. Are they killing off the legacy characters? Well, sure. Well, why is that? Because they're getting old. They're not going to be able to do future movies 10 years from now, 20 years from now, whatever, 40 years from now. And if it's what the family wants, then why can't the fans honor that and honor their wishes? I think it would be poetic and a great send-off for Carrie Fisher and her character, and the great character that Leia was in Star Wars. The strong female character that so many people have said didn't exist. Well, there you go. I hope that this finds everybody well. I'd like to know what you guys think. If you like what I had to say about it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whichever, and comment. Please comment, guys, and subscribe. For those of you that are new to this, like I said, I'm unmonetized for now. I don't monetize any videos, and I don't script anything. I talk about Star Wars and what effect it can have on your life and what effect it has on everyone's life. So yeah, guys, appreciate your time, and we'll see you next time.